And welcome once again to the Dr. Sky Experience, proudly heard on Talk Radio 77 WABC, as we like to call it, and many others do, the crown jewel of radio, the iconic 77 Talk Radio, WABC, beaming out of New York City, the nation, the world, and I'm sure the cosmos. Heard in some 173 countries and all 50 states. Welcome to the Dr. Sky Experience as we wrap up the month of July 2024. With high temperatures across much of North America and monsoon season kicking in other parts, we still have an opportunity to see many of the wonders of the nighttime sky. And thank you for letting me be your guide as we talk about those objects and things to see in detail. How about a thing called the Summer Triangle? What is that thing, you might ask? Well, there are three principal stars that are moving up nearly to the overhead point in the sky for at least one or two of those stars of the triangle. And here, as your guide, let me talk a little bit more about what the Summer Triangle is. It's made of three bright, naked-eye stars that can be seen pretty much even in light-polluted cities. And we begin, of course, with our journey of the Summer Triangle by talking and introducing the first star, known as the star Vega, in the constellation of Lyra the Harp, some 25 light-years away. This is an A spectral class star, meaning it's a star that burns a lot of fuel, much larger than the sun itself, and a star that's easy to see with the naked eye. Did you know that Vega was the first star to have its spectrum taken? And it's literally the fifth brightest star in the entire sky, but the second brightest star in all of the northern hemisphere. And also, another fact from the trivia files is that Vega was actually the North Pole star some 12,000 years ago due to the Earth's precession. And in 210,000 years, this particular star Vega will be the brightest star in the sky, outshining that of the star itself, Sirius. And as we move and continue to talk about the Summer Triangle, we move a little bit to the lower left in the sky by many degrees to the next of the stars of the Summer Triangle, the star which we call Deneb, in the constellation of Cygnus, the Swan, another A-class, very hot blue star. This one is a blue supergiant. This particular star is one of the 19th brightest stars in the sky, but how about this? With a luminosity of well over 100,000 times the brilliance of our sun. If you were to take a look at this particular star up close, you would find it to be an overpowering, amazing energy source. It has a short lifespan of maybe a few million years, due to its spectral class and size. Just how big is the star Deneb? Try 200 times the size of our sun, so bright that if you moved it to 32 light years away from us, now at its distance of about 2,600 light years, if you could do that and snap your fingers, the star Deneb would be, on the magnitude scale, just a little bit dimmer than the full moon in the sky. How lucky we are. And then far toward the southeast, to make the continuance and completion of the Summer Triangle, we find the star Altair, closer than all of the two stars that we just talked about, some 16 light-years away from us, 10 times the luminosity of the sun, and of course the third star in the triangle, making this beautiful group of stars in the heavens that you can see with the naked eye. How about this? The star Altair is actually egg-shaped, and it rotates in a period of about 8 hours, and has 1.8 times the mass of our sun. This indeed makes this particular star another wonder in the nighttime sky. This star is probably just 100 million years old in comparison to the great age of our star, the sun, at about 4 billion years. Continuing on with planets, the early evening sky just after sunset in the northwest, the planet Mercury makes a rare appearance. So if you have a clear sky, as the time the sun sets, take a look in a pair of binoculars first and scan that portion of the sky. The planet Mercury gets some 27 degrees away from the sun. Mercury, of course, the innermost planet, and one, for some, is one of the most difficult to see. We find the moon reached its closest point to us in this particular calendar month on the 24th, and really, last quarter, as we wrap up the month, happens on the 28th. So all the other planetary objects for concern are literally in the morning sky. The planet Jupiter, Saturn, and Mars, the planets, as I mentioned before, Jupiter and Saturn and Mars, adorn the early morning sky. You'll hear much more about Saturn and the planet Jupiter as we move into the fall, as they once again get brighter, close enough to the Earth to be seen easily with the naked eye. To learn so much more about the great realms of astronomy, space, aviation, and weather, you can email me. My email is simply drsky.show, that's D-R-S-K-Y show, @gmail.com. And we welcome all your emails. And a special thank you to John Katzimatidis, owner and operator of Talk Radio 77 WABC, for including me in his very interesting Sunday morning show called the Cats Roundtable, where we talk about things otherworldly as we move away from the political realm in this very tense, tightly wound political year. And also every other Wednesday morning at 1 a.m. on Frank Morano's great show, The Other Side of Midnight. He agrees, and I'm grateful to him. We call it Cosmic Conversations with me, Dr. Sky. And by the way, if you'd like a tip to learn about how to see the nighttime sky, if you don't have a very expensive, laptop or a, smartphone, my suggestion is go to this website, skymaps.com. Scan down and print out one of these amazing star charts that you can get right from your desk or even look at it on your smartphone. This will help guide you as we talk about the many wonders of the nighttime sky with me, Dr. Sky, on the Dr. Sky Experience. We wish you clear skies, health, and happiness as we move through the mid-period of summer 2024 with great things to come. And speaking of a sneak peek into August, let's get set to talk about the upcoming meteor shower, maybe one of the best of the year because of the lack of moonlight, called the Perseids. Activity will really pick up by the evenings and mornings of August 10th, 11th, and 12th. Always remember to keep your eyes to the skies. Privilege and honor to be your navigator on the highway to the heavens.